I finally got my block back from the shop, so right now I am removing everything from my old block to transfer it to this one. I have everything in a bucket, and I also have everything in baggies labeled. Please excuse the mess. I know it's really messy. I'm currently removing the oil pan, or I've already removed the oil pan. I find it so silly that on this 4AG block, you have to remove the baffle plate by breaking a second bead. So you're pretty much breaking a bead twice, once for the oil pan and once for this baffle plate. Unlike the 240SX on my SR, it has bolts that connect from up here to the inside. You remove the bolts, the baffle plate comes in, and that's it. This one, I have to break that bead in order to get this baffle plate out, which I don't know, I find it strange and I kind of find it annoying. The goal today is to get the Corolla running. So right now I'm going to put the new block that I just got from the machine shop this week on the engine stand and remove that one. This week I spent removing everything off of this block, putting it all in this bucket. That's why I have a huge mess. Jim is kindly cleaning the oil pan for me right now. I was supposed to do that, but I didn't because I started doing 240 stuff. I'm going to remove this block off of here and put this one onto here and start assembling. The block is on the engine stand as well as the head gasket. This is a head gasket that I got, a Cometic head gasket. And it's time to install the head. The head is on, the oil pump is on. I just finished installing this oil adapter. That's part of the relocation kit that was previously installed by the previous owner. And right now I just installed the alternator bracket, so I'm tightening this up. I was putting the alternator bracket on and I noticed this. We gotta fix that. Much better. Yeah, that looks much better. This is the progress that we've done so far on the 4AG. The oil pan is in, everything pretty much almost in the front is done. Right now what I'm doing is I'm cleaning these and I'm spray painting them because this one has a little bit of rust and this one is blue, and because everything else is pretty much black, it looks weird. And just like the alternator bracket, it just makes a big difference. I'm also cleaning the water pump right here. Also cleaned the intake a little bit and that looks way better. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Keep cleaning this with this wire brush and spray paint, and I'll show you what that looks like once I finish doing that.
Be the next size down because this one was too thick, right?
Yeah.
Usually there's a number, but I guess it's so old.
We just took out one of the shims, or this first one, because it was the only one that didn't clear according to the manual. It was a bit too thick, so we used this tool. It's called like I think a valve lifter or something like that, and it's cool because it holds it in place while you remove the shim. We've removed it. Now we're gonna find one that is a better size and then slip it in there. Remove this tool, which is, we're missing half of the tool. The other half of the tool is like a scissor, but we didn't have it. We only have this side. We couldn't find it, but we still got it. So I needed the next size down for the shims. This one's 2.95, and we have a little collection of shims right here. This is what we have, 2.95. The next size should be 2.90.
Which is this one?
That one's closer.
That was closer.
All right, let's do that one.
There you go. Does it move freely? It moves freely. Nice.
Now we measure it again with the feeler gauge.
That one goes in good. Slight resistance, just the way we want it. How about this one? Oh, baby. Feel it?
Yeah, I feel slight resistance. Earlier, when we were trying to put this one in here, it wouldn't even go in because it was too tight. Now they feel close to the same. Been a lot of progress made on the 4AG. I think it's pretty close to getting dropped in the car. Aside from the clutch, what are we doing here?
We're pressure testing the cooling system.
And why are we doing it outside of the car?
Just to make sure we're already here. So if the hose leaks, we can just, fix it.
Yes, it's much easier to fix it and look at everything while it's outside of the car as opposed to when it's inside.
Yeah, so it's just, whatever you can support the radiator with.
A paint can, some sockets,
Whatever
empty
works.
boxes.
And then right here as well, we just looped the heater lines.
Yeah.
Let's put some clamps, looped it. I was just mostly worried about all this. Oops. All the lines that go underneath here.
Yeah.
I was just worried about that.
Make sure nothing's ripped. This one looks like it's...
Is it wet?
What is this? Just a little bit of something.
It's a silicone probably.
No. Looks like it's the line.
I noticed this line was like, this bolt right here was loose.
Yeah.
So we just went ahead and tightened it. I mean, it's all stuff you could do inside the car, but whatever. We're already
It's
here.
just much easier outside of the car.
Yes.
All right, let's do it.
We're gonna go. Just gonna go right at the red. This is when you clutch kick at range, and then like your 4AG starts overheating, the hoses are gonna get real hard. And right now there's a leak. It's gonna show.
Yeah, because it would drop.
Yeah, you're gonna have a drop of pressure. That's about it. We just wanna.
This is assuming it's at the full pressure.
Yeah, so you just wanna keep an eye on it, make sure we don't drop. Leave it here for a few minutes and kind of just get your little flashlight, walk around, make sure none of these clamps or connections are leaking, and you're good.
But if anything was leaking, the pressure would drop.
It will leak. It will leak immediately.
It's the next day now. Last night we pressure tested the system and everything was good. My task for today is to install this pilot bearing. So I first obviously have to put it on the ground. That's why I have the engine hoist right there. And then it's gonna be time for the last piece to this puzzle, which is the clutch. I'm very excited to show you the setup I got. But first, has to go there. Let's do it. I finally got it off of the engine stand and I've lowered it, but not all the way because now I have to put the clutch on. But I do want a little bit of tension on it. That way it stays up high. But I put the tire because you never know in case of anything. That's my safety. And now I'm gonna take this apart and start, I think, installing the pilot bearing. Now I'm going to install the flywheel, and this is the flywheel I ended up going with. It's a total flywheel. I'm very excited. A lot of the people on Instagram actually suggested this flywheel when I asked what clutch I should get. So I'm going to install that. I'm first going to install this plate, add that, then I'm going to torque down the bolts. And according to the manual for a 4AG, the flywheel goes torqued down to 54 foot-pounds. So yeah, let's get it. Just finished installing the clutch, and as you saw, it's pretty easy. It's just the pressure, the plate, the flywheel, the disc, and then the pressure plate. It's in, and the flywheel was really light. I'm excited to do some clutch kicks. For some reason, I don't have a clip of me actually showing the clutch or talking about it, but this is a Cusco Clutch, which is made in the same factory as XOXO. I believe it's the same thing. Cusco, for some reason, is more expensive, but I got this one on sale, so it ended up being almost the same price.